Hello, everyone. Today, I want to talk into the fear around expression. And what was coming to me just before I was preparing to do this video was I was thinking about when I was younger and how I would deal with not actually expressing myself. Is I would go into a lot of silence and I would withdraw. And then there was also times that I got very angry, mostly at my mother. I would take it out on her. Um, and I'm, reflecting on it now and just thinking about what actually happens to us, what happened to me and what happens to us when we don't um, fully own our voice and fully it's not even really about it is about owning our voice, but it's also about, when we don't feel safe to just express whatever is going on with us, and then the repercussions that that has later on in life. So one of the emotions that I've definitely, um, you know, one of the emotions that I have struggled with in my life and that comes out to bite me from time to time is actually anger and aggression and sometimes even rage. Um, and for most people that actually know me, that haven't seen that side of me, they'll probably be like, whoa, like we can't even imagine her acting like that. But I do have that in me. I do definitely have that in me. And, linking into expression, um, something that I must have learned along the way is that I didn't really process things very well. And I think when I didn't understand something, or when I was confused about something, or when I wasn't able to verbally express or ask the right questions, I suppressed it. And then, of course, all of that suppression, it's actually it's poison. It's poison to us, and it will come out in all different ways in your life. So and it's so interesting. So I've just adopted this dog, and sure, a few days ago, this dog like triggered me like so massively. This dog really upset me. It wasn't listening to me. And I got super triggered, and this anger and this rage just came through me. And it really, again, it showed me that, wow, like, this emotion that clearly I have not completely dealt with, is now being triggered again, and it's still coming up so severely. And I think it's important to, one of the things that I'm hoping that this video will highlight is that, it's not actually about the anger. If I think a lot of my anger is um, is possibly two things. The one is a lot of lack of expression, and a lot of um, lack of being able to process things in my life, especially when I was younger, and possibly not enough emotional support, you know. So, in the last 15 or so years, I have come to realize that, we really, really need emotional support. And, for many of our parents, especially my parents' generation, they didn't get much emotional support. It wasn't, as of the norm that it is now. So there is a lack of intimacy, a lack of emotional support. And then, of course, one acts out. and we act out in all different ways. Um, so I've also, like, one of the things that I've been learning about is just coming to accept and love my anger, love those aspects of me. It's only when you actually love those aspects and hold those aspects and witness them can you actually shift them and transform them. So it was, I had an amazing healing experience the last few days because I got so angry with the dog. But it showed me things about myself, and I was able to then observe it as the witness and have the bravery to step up and go, wow, like, this is not just about the dog. This is, I take responsibility for my anger. Often when we are angry, um, it's always about the other person. The other person did this to me, the other person did that to me. The truth of the matter is, our anger is our anger. It's got nothing to do with anybody else. It's the energy that we hold within ourselves. And, I'm very aware that, in order to open the heart more, in order to have a more awakened heart, one has to shift these denser energies, specifically like anger, rage. One can't be enlightened and live in life with an opened, awakened heart when we are still acting out and reacting in those ways. So, for me, I'm very grateful for all the experiences that come to me in my life to highlight where I still have to work. And yeah, it's important to, when we do get angry, to just to be the wise observer, and feel into, like, where does this come from? Like, how long have I been acting out like this? Why is this here? What has not been expressed? It's often, this is why I added this to the voice journals, because I feel like it's so connected to the lack of honest, authentic expression. When we express authentically and openly and honestly, we don't need to lash out at the world. So I hope this inspires you today, and lots of love. Bye.